we want to welcome you. Some of us are in India. I am, and I'm having a wonderful time. And Sujata is the co-chair of the program committee, as I am, and we're here together with many of our colleagues from the program committee, and we're going to be addressing unifying our program into APCDA. And with your interest in coming to this event today, and with your enthusiasm for the organization, we hope that you will enjoy our presentation. We're going to be doing about 15 minutes of our overall program, and then we want to hear from you about the ways that you enjoy our webinars and podcasts, or if you're a first-time member, to learn more about you and your interest in gaining skills in joining a committee that's very vibrant and exciting. So welcome to the hybrid conference Reinvention 5.0. I'd like to say today, Sujata, can you tell what APCDA is?
Sure. APCDA is Asia Pacific Career Development Association, and it's a wonderful, inclusive forum for sharing career development ideas and practices in specifically the Asia Pacific region of the world, where we want to engage with Asia Pacific about their insights, and we want to collaborate. The mission of the APCDA is to promote collaboration among career practitioners in the Asia Pacific region. And as co-chair this year, I'm so honored to be working with Dr. Elizabeth Montgomery to bring you 21st century leadership challenges, trends, and solutions. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Okay, and we're in 40 countries, probably more than that by the time we, put this webinar together. We also have Syed is here, and Syed, can you talk about the dynamic webinars and podcasts that we have?
Yes, Elizabeth. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Part of this program is that, we realize how much webinars influence our career skills and expertise, because we can go back and watch them, and we can attend live and interact, but to be able to have a library of video and recordings is pretty incredible. And
That's right.
And we have actually positions for archival webinar and podcast people who would help us look through and generate some ideas about what we've already recorded and be able to put those into different languages, so that we can share across. We're finding that AI can very rapidly, if you have an English translation, you can very rapidly translate into many different languages and dialects. Syed, how you doing? Are you up yet? Okay, yeah, his internet is fun. Are you here?
Well,
what's
we're waiting
really
for Syed.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, just want to say to everybody that, this world pandemic hit all of us in every region of the world, and it led to so many workforce and workplace changes. And that's one of the things that this committee wants to bring to this region of the world is, how are we moving forward after this great world pandemic? You know, there are critical management and leadership challenges that came out of this pandemic. And how are people adapting? What are they doing to alleviate the concerns of their employees? And for example, creating hybrid workplaces. And how are they showing care and concern because values have changed? And how are
Really good point.
employers showing diversity? How are they dealing with these inclusion issues? So we're going to bring you this year lots of wonderful webinars and podcasts that address trends and challenges as well.
Yes, and you know, in Azerbaijan in 2020, I did a pandemic, right in the pandemic. The kids were saying at the university, they're going asking the question, how can we be global in this pandemic? And we had a really great discussion about it. And then here yesterday, I was talking to a lot of Indian women about the displacement of women in general who had to stay home. So all of these issues are what we're addressing. And this is our committee as we stand now. And we have a very vibrant group here. We've included our co-founders with Marilyn Mays and of the organization of APCDA, and she is still on the program committee and also working on the Sustainable Development Goals Western Pacific Committee. And what we're talking about is very timely webinars, just as Sujata said, and podcasts. So we've had one of our members took on the task, the enormous task of start doing the podcast after one of our members, Brian Hutchinson, had done it for many years. And she took it on, and the first year was industry trends. And this is the one I'm thinking about for archival research, because the people that came on during the industry trends were really amazing. And that knowledge needs to be shared in different languages. And now she's with co-chair, and they're doing an amazing job on career journeys. So these stories about how people have found their jobs and the different ways that they combine what they love to do and their work and the happenstance and, I guess, theories of that. And then these webinars raise funds for the scholarships and the general operating expenses. And we have Syed here, and I'm going to go to the next slide. So Syed, as a member, would you like to add some of your ideas? And
Yes, Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Uh, my experience as a program committee member has been very enriching. I would say the work done by the co-chairs, both the Elizabeth and Sujata, is very tremendous. The kind of workshops, the kind of webinars they bring in, it adds very valuable. And I'm sure I have been learning a lot from these workshops, webinars that we do, and more importantly, it's how we select the topic for the members. So it's been very different kind of experience, very learningful experience, and yes, I enjoy a lot.
oh, that's great. The other thing is that, you know, we work very closely with the staff at APCDA. So Marilyn and the staff are also behind the free webinars. A lot of times we're bringing in people every month for free and paid webinars. And as you say, you're learning a lot from that, and we all are. It's quite extraordinary, the level of expertise, and that's where we come out. That we have again, Sini Parampota, who is now the secretary of APCDA. She said the program committee perceives our organizational network of resources as meaningful interactions that strengthen the entire agency. So our work, we need to also connect with our committees that do our council area committees. We need to connect with our newsletter committees and our PR. So we're all very, that's kind of the joy of it. Let's see. Now, see if I can move down. Okay. So this this webinars and podcasts there's a lot of synergy here, and we're really hoping this year we can push through for some dynamic and even inspired by even webinars and podcasts inspired by something happening very quickly. Like, for instance, when AI popped up, we do a survey every year, and that wasn't on the survey last year, 2023. I mean, it might have kind of been, but it was low on the totem pole. What people really wanted to know about were, they wanted to know a lot about the ways to work with clients. And so that was a big focus of ours, and it's been really exciting. But when AI popped up, like many of us, it was very surprising, and we quickly were able to find experts immediately, like Kevin Glavin and several others that are coming up. And as people started grappling with, should I use this? Is this ethical yet? Is it ever going to be? So those questions. And who would like to talk about this one? The updated, awakened, informed, and inspired. Any of you? Well, I mean, I'll just say it came from our previous excuse me, our previous program committee members, Tuna and Gerald, and they very much put so much energy into this, color-coded our themes, and we continue to use this and build on these. So to be updated, awakened, informed, and inspired. And when we pick out the like, was there, Syed, was there a particular webinar that you or even Sujata or Twanan, any of you had that you thought might be one that was inspired for you or awakened? Which one of those was? Yes.
I would highlight the career construction interviews by Dr. Kevin Galvin. It's more about being updated because it's related to my PhD thesis as well. So that was one of the webinar that I was looking very forward to, and it was just great. That was for me be updating.
Yes, it's true. And I like the podcast on water, because there are so many people in this world that simply do not have clean water to drink. And so, looking at the sustainable development goals and, to be informed, that was the Blue podcast for information. And so that having that information about, how can we help and how can we collaborate and partnership to get clean water to some of these cities and towns I think that this color coding is really spectacular because it allows us to bring you guys those webinars, those topics, and those podcasts in these categories of either updating you on a trend or awakening you or informing you or inspiring you. And I want to say this, even though you might look at a title or a topic and say to yourself, well, I know all about that, or I attended something like that previously. I want to say this, every person knows something that you do not know. So even though you have attended the same topic somewhere, maybe last month, maybe last week, I encourage you to come and still attend that same topic, because this person who is presenting, I assure you, will give you a little bit of insight, information, inspiration that you didn't have before.
Yeah, it is really amazing how all these faces and topics and the quality of the webinars that we've had. Most of them have been like with a PPT, but others have been more open and I mean an unstructured fireside chat kind of thing, and it's really delightful. Some have been extraordinary panels. We had a panel with youth and teachers and parents and internship leaders. So it was very interesting. And we've had many times where these topics cross over. So if you're talking about water, you're thinking about, you're with a biology student and you're thinking about all the things in the sustainable development goals they could be doing. And then you can use these very extraordinary concepts from Kevin Glavin's constructivist theory, which narrows it down to 6 really interesting questions. And when you talk to someone about role models, a lot of them talk about at age 8, a lot of them talk about superheroes, and superheroes is what we need for climate change. And we can begin as career development workers to really dig into ways to connect to the industries in, you don't always have to do that much work, but if you know of these extraordinary people, then from our webinars, then you can just contact them. So these select timely topics, each year we host, Maryland has a survey coming out, and I posted, she just posted for us the one from last year, just the synopsis. And just looking at it, we're going to be doing that again right after we do it in May or June. But this year it's going to be a little bit early because our conference is early. But the key is that we're getting our membership feedback from this and working with them. And again, when something big comes up, we're grappling with it. We've integrated, the situation of war zones, and we've integrated a lot of the things that are happening in the world, good and bad, that we have to be working on. So one of the ways to do that is to make sure that you are giving us your resources. So we also, in our documents, we have a copy of the nomination form, so you can see, if you're thinking you'd like to nominate somebody for the committee, just as a speaker, maybe that's the way you can start working with us, then that would be great. And we can talk with you and develop the plan. And part of the plan, usually that speaker has quite a social media platform, which is helpful for them and it's helpful for us. You know, we'll share that time together. And Sujata, can you cover the webinars for us?
Sure, sure. So we're so excited to bring you a very special guest that's on May 9th and 10th. Her name is Solviega Jaskunas, and she is going to speak about how employers can make a workplace more inclusive for international employees. And she entitled this Beauty of Difference. And I just thought that was so special because there truly is a certain beauty and a certain delight in our uniqueness and in our differences. And of course, I'm with her in, you know, the fact that we definitely want to include and embrace those differences. And then we have May 23rd, we have Dr. Christopher Schoenwald, and this he's going to speak on discovering a youth career program. And of course, we're very concerned about youth because that the generations to come, this is about sustainable impact and making sure that we create a path for them. And then June 6th and 7th, we have a very special guest that's going to join us and speak from Bali, Indonesia. And he is the tourism expert there. And he's going to talk about his journey, the journey through the life of a change maker. And he's going to share his lessons and his mistakes and so forth that he made so that nobody else makes the same mistakes, hopefully. And he's got quite a story to tell. So please join us in May.
Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to our program committee member, Lee Fern. Tong, could you please turn on your video and join us? I know you have a short time to be with us this morning. Lee Fern, are you there? Okay, so while I just want to say that Lee Fern Tong has been our marketing and social media host, and she handles all of that. She's put together with Ruchira Tripathi. They put together in the beginning when we were all starting to work together, a way to get all the social media to our staff and then out to different parts of the world. She got on.
Hello, I'm so sorry.
Hi. That's
Hi.
okay. Hi. Lee
I don't
Fern,
think
thank you
it's
for coming. Yeah,
okay.
and
Welcome.
can you give a little bit of what it's been like to be the marketing person and working? Now we also have a an intern this year from Kazakhstan from our conference last year.
Yes, having an intern with us is great. And so, well, I want to say I do little in terms of marketing. So what I would tend to do is to put up those like webinars into a little template where we advertise them based on our 4 pillars, whether it's to be informed or to be awakened and stuff. So that kind of like be our form of advertisement, so that and those are the little ads that I would tend to make in marketing. But part of the other marketing that other members do support is like the writing of articles. Like many of our program committee will contribute into writing articles related to the webinar, and that's also a form of marketing in a different what do you call that aspect, different manner. So I mainly just do the visuals, and then yeah, that's what I mainly do.
Thank you so much. We really can't, work without her incredible ability to get this done and to work with it as our liaison with the staff. And so that's a big job, and we need people for helping with that as well, and for bringing in new kinds of ways to expand our audience. Thank you so much. I did want to share the thoughts of the intern so that you could see this is an opportunity for even students that you might be working with who are getting close to graduation, or as Almira Bazembe is in Kazakhstan. She's a sociologist, and she's been working with us since September. And after her onboarding, she became very helpful. And so we were asking her for the conference to kind of condense for us, for you, what it's like for her. And you can see here what she has gained. I thought she was very outgoing and had a strong personality. She goes, "Oh, no, I'm very shy, and I'm often the quiet one in the corner." And I was a little shocked. And part of it, she said, was just the ability to begin to work with older people and who you look up to and who are professionals, and yet you have a voice in the room. And so then she condensed her experience with us, a list of soft skills I have learned during my internship. And we need to think about these internships as intergenerational spaces for this is the collaboration space that we need to be developing for our students and clients and many people. So we encourage you to look around for people who you think, oh, this would be a great experience for them. It's maybe not that much time, especially for the podcast. We really need more work on the podcast team, even though there's 2 of them now. It's quite a lot of technical background as well, working in the background to make sure the videos and the everything's going well. So just like I had here, the wonderful tech support, last minute, everything gets done and you're ready to go. And Ruchira is she just won an award for her outstanding work for the for the organization, as did Sujata and Syed. So we feel like I'm sorry, no, it's Twanat, and that's who I was looking for. Twanan won, Syed's
Yes.
next year. So, would anybody want to talk about the podcast?
Syed, do you want to talk about the podcasts?
Yeah.
Dr. Sujata, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. These podcasts are just amazing. You can listen to these from anywhere, from your desktop, from your phone, just when you're traveling on the train or on the bus or in the car. They're just wonderful to get those snippets of information from different parts of the world. And what people are doing is just phenomenal. And when you listen to them speaking and the jobs that they chose to do, it just makes you feel so grateful as a career practitioner that people are finding their purpose and finding their passion and sharing it on our podcasts. And we have so many different topics also. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, and I think, I thought that that the industry trends was just so fabulous. And then this season is is remarkable. These people that you see in front of you, you can't believe all the things that they've done and how their work journey came together, their professionalism, but also they have this very human connection to what we're doing as career professionals, because they'll tell you about the struggles that they had, the failures that they had, the inspiration that never let them down. Osman was talking about his Tintin. And I said this, before, but I just thought that was so adorable because, again, we do have people that, or ideas that we look up to. So if you have an adventurer that you look up to, and that's who you go to when you want to decide whether or not you're going to take a plunge into a job that is unknown, and it's going to be 996 or something like that, as I say in China. It's really important to hear those stories so that we as career practitioners can move forward with covering the whole theme of what the client is going to be entering and that lifelong journey they're on, giving them that context. And so we are looking for interns with Ruchira and Felicity. They would be, they kind of want a longer term connection because they want to do more pre-podcasting so that they have more going on throughout the year. It gets hard sometimes doing this kind of work because sometimes you're scrambling, honestly, in a month where maybe something happens and somebody said, yes, I can do October, and then they can't, things like that. And then you're going, oh, what do we do? Luckily, we have so many resources with Marilyn and with everybody coming together that we're always filled. But with podcasts, it tends to be a little bit more planning in the background for that. So with cross marketing, we also want to understand, let people know that there's opportunities with that. And we have a specific podcast job description and a podcast for interns and a webinar job descriptions in our we'll post it online now. So we're basically, saying, why wait? We'd like you to join and learn and grow to inform your clients. And Syed, do you have anything to say to encourage
Uh,
people?
yes, all the participants, if you are looking forward in other journey in APCDA, I recommend join program committee. Right, a lot of learning, a lot of networking internally and externally, both, where you will meet internal members and you'll also collaborate, meet, discuss with the speakers, the webinars, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot. It has helped me a lot, and it has changed my perspective working in the area of career development. So of course, yes, so look forward to join us in our program committee, and we'll be there.
And I see Tuan An is here. Can you turn on your?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Tuan An. Sorry, your
Hi,
name might
Elizabeth.
have been lowered. Great. We want to give a big clap for our award winners, Sujata Ives and Tuan An. And thank you for all of your dedication and constantly being there for, for fun. We've been having a lot of fun here and also for just, got your back and for a lot of deep intellectual talks about where we're going as a profession. This has been a wonderful journey together. And Sujata, how about you?
Oh, definitely, please, please join us. Very few people think of joining these different committees as a step towards leadership. And I want to tell you that if you want to be a leader, please come and join our APCDA committees, because this is the way that you will get the experience. You'll get to shine. You'll get to use the skills that you love, plus learn new ones. So take that chance, because you can't be a leader without getting involved. And I think getting involved in an association like this one is going to be the fast track to your leadership life and work journey.
So now we'd like to open up the conversation to everyone and take your questions and just begin to talk about what you can talk about, just why you're here, and we can go from there. So is anybody would like to start? I see some, Carol, Stella, Mia. Can anybody let us know, come on and let us know any questions that you have or anything? And I'll just be silent until somebody comes on.
Ask us anything, any questions, any clarifications. The program committee is here to answer.
Mhm.
For example, what topics would you like to see this year?
Oh, yeah, you can put them in the chat as well. If you feel shy to, just come on, or, you got your background with kids running around in the background, whatever. It's really important for us to know your connection to coming to this particular meeting, and we really encourage you to communicate with us. Let's see, where's Stella? Let's see, is Carol there? Oh, Carol's there twice. Mia. See if we have so many people, that come and do communicate with us, and then sometimes they drop out because they think the timing isn't right for them. But what I would say is come and talk to us, and then let us know, and then we'll meet with you and we can figure out what your time is. Usually it's 3 to 5 hours per month. Sometimes it's a lot more because of the activities that we have going on, such as the conference. But other than that, we generally meet and discuss and then go into smaller groups and work for the months ahead. And what we'd like to do is have people who are really clearly ready to just give a try, or say, I'm thinking about coming on as a webinar speaker, and that's why I wanted to attend. And that's really valid as well, because we are looking for new ideas. We have a new PhD. She was very active, and then getting to the end of her PhD, it's been less so, but now we're going to ask her to come and give a speech about her amazing work with youth in war zones, youth employment, and war zones and the environment. So, there's really a lot of reasons to be here. Jennifer, can we call on people? so is anybody willing to turn on their cameras today? And it could be tomorrow.
I'm not willing to turn on my
Everybody's,
camera. This is Natalie Kaufman,
um,
but I wanted to
see.
share with the group
are they
the
there?
wonder,
Okay.
the wonder of the programming committee, because last year for fiscal year 2023, the total attendance of webinars was 635 people. That's amazing. The largest number of registrants was for Marie Zimanoff's webinar, the latest in AI for career services and hiring. And the next largest was Chat GPT, Kryptonite or Superpower by Hancock Kwong. And the total income that was brought in was $8,368 for APCDA. So the programming committee is very much one of our more powerful committees in APCDA. The work that they do is impactful, both in the pocketbook area and in member engagement beyond our once-a-year conference. This is what keeps members going throughout the entire year of APCDA membership. It's an amazing committee doing amazing work.
Oh, thank you, Natalie. And, you know, of course, it wouldn't be possible without your committee. So it's really wonderful. I think that, you know, membership committee is also very strongly connected with us, of course, not only for the people that are coming through, but how we want to engage the members. And we know that sometimes it's a slow start because of where you are in your life. So for webinars, we're very open to the amount that you can give at that time, at whatever time you join. And that's very important to make sure that you understand that. It seems like everybody contributes in their own way, and we find ourselves, we don't know what the power is until we're trying it. And I think that's what I've learned. And let's see, where Twanan, do you have any are you still there to join us? Yeah, there you go.
And we have 6 more minutes, 6 more minutes.
6 more minutes, yeah. So Twanan, in your experience, what do you think most people are coming to this committee for? What would you say that their first interest is, and how many, you know, like how they work with us? Oh, we can't hear you. Sorry.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry everyone. Hello everyone, I am coming from the scholarship committee. Actually, the scholarship committees, we don't have a lot of members, but I think here we are talking about the program committee. So one of the thing I believe that everyone should join is that we have a chance to learn from each other. We have a chance to connect with not only the APCDA member, but also the speaker. Yeah, and because like Natalie and Elizabeth said, that we have a lot of webinar and we have a lot of chance to connect with like many speakers around the world. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to to have a network with with the speaker and also to learn from them. And also I think if you are joining us as an intern, it's a good chance for you to get some experience. Yeah, experience working with a lot of things, I think. A lot of things you need to work here. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, now that you're saying that, you're the membership committee, and I'm sorry, the scholarship committee, and think of how closely that works with what we're doing. When I saw the awards for the scholars, I was like, I know her. I've seen her on webinars. I've seen her. you know, I've seen her in the community. And that's kind of the joy, is the networking that you see with our students and the young people who are coming on board to, maybe they're, you know, what, for the scholars that you have taught on, would you say that they are all career educators, or are they in other professions?
Some of them are the career educator. Actually, you don't need to be career educator to submit for the scholar. Maybe you are student from the other profession like education or psychology, and you are interested in how to combine the profession to support a career. So we are all happy to have you as a scholar.
And Sujata, you're a neuropsychologist, doctorate, and
Yes, you know, your brain goes with you everywhere you are. It's mission control, you know. So looking at things through the brain and through the biopsychosocial model, I think is very important in moving forward into the next year and beyond. One thing I did want to say to prospective people that want to, you know, join our committee is we want to help you build capacity. And capacity building is so important because we want you to be able to do the things that your managers, your leaders do, and take those positions. For example, here in the United States, we are in 2024 losing 300,000 scientists to retirement. And so the Department of Labor started thinking about how do we fill these positions, and they started the STEM program immediately. So these are the kind of things that connect the dots, and you know, that the line of communication and engagement and collaboration needs to be there. And so we really do need you so that things make sense as career practitioners and for the labor market, and so we can fill those positions in this decade.
And that's time.
yes, and that's a really good point, that this is happening all over the world, you know, where a lot of retirees. Yeah, it's time now. And we want to say thank you for joining. And we hope that we can meet you again in person and share. We shared a lot of documents, so please look forward to looking through that. And thanks to my good friends and here at the APCDA in Kerala, India, and our team, the program committee. Just take a quick picture, somebody. So thank you.